To Bangalore now, where a woman is in a near vegetative state for over 3 years because of the callous attitude of a hospital.
Her husband, Muni Raju, has been fighting a lonely battle all these years, demanding accountability and punishment for those who ruined his wife's life. Muni Raju has now turned CNN-IBN citizen journalist to continue that battle.
Shailaja and I got married in the summer of 2003. 6 years of togetherness and 2 daughters. We were a happy family.
I am Muni Raju. Today I have turned citizen journalist to seek justice for my wife Shailaja. She has been in a vegetative state over 3 years, and I believe my wife is in this state only because of callous attitude of medical authority.
On November 29, 2009, my wife complained of severe back pain. I rushed her to Mallige Medical Center where the doctors advised immediate surgery for what was called a prolapse disc. Even though Shailaja had no history of backache, I trusted the diagnosis at Mallige Medical Center and we decided to go for the surgery. She was wheeled into the operation theatre and that was the last time I saw my wife walking and talking. The treatment summary given by the doctors state that Shailaja developed ventricular tachycardia or rapid heartbeat and hypotension after anesthesia. I filed an FIR against the doctors. The hospital was forced to bear responsibility for her treatment. The hospital authorities forcibly discharged her and shifted her to MS Ramaiah Hospital. But all this was done without our permission. In spite of their promises, Mallige Medical Center stopped paying the second hospital after the initial payment. On the 4th of November, MS Ramaiah asked us to vacate the hospital bed. I had no option but to bring my wife home where we continue to fight a silent battle. I wrote letters to the then Karnataka Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa and the Health Minister Sri Ramulu and many others. However, the situation did not improve for Shailaja. With CNN-IBN's CJ team, I decided to take the battle up once again and approach the authorities.
Mallige Medical Center did not respond to our queries asking for their side of the story. Muni Raju's case is being heard by the Karnataka Medical Council, whose own status is under question. CNN-IBN then approached the doctors concerned with the case. The doctors refused to interact with us and ran away on seeing the cameras. We then apprised the Medical Education Minister of Karnataka of this case.
If there is any negligence, we can take an action. We can put a fine of more than 2 lakhs and even imprisonment of 6 months is there. So shortly, within a week, we are getting the ordinance. By through, we will get a teeth for that.
I will continue to fight until those who are responsible for my wife's condition are brought to justice. This is Muni Raju, citizen journalist, CNN-IBN.
Joining us this evening is Mr. Muni Raju, also with us Ramchandra, who is Shailaja's brother. They're all in Bangalore. Thank you for being with us here on CNN-IBN this evening. A terrible story there. What do you now want from the hospital authorities and the government at this point? Mr. Ramachandra, if you can hear my voice, we've just seen what your sister...
Yes, madam. Yes.
Yes, we've just seen what your sister and brother-in-law went through and the kind of long and lonely battle they've had to fight. What do they want from the hospital authorities and the government at this stage?
Madam, see, Shailaja had minute problem as a spinal cord ache. Okay, that is not a major one. And they went to Mr. Muthu at Mallige Medical Center for just inspection purpose. Mr. Muthu was suggested to go for an MRI. Actually, MRI is not required at all, but as a doctor is suggested to go for MRI. They were underwent on 27 November 2009. MRI was done. Afterwards, that same day, they have returned back to the Mallige Medical Center and shown to Mr. Dr. Muthu. That day, Mr. Muthu inspected the report and said, so there is a category of L4, L5 disc slip happened. Better you have to go to surgery immediately. But that time, my brother and his wife was repeatedly asked Mr. Muthu, no sir, please suggest us some other remedies. Means instead of surgery, whether we can go for some kind of bed rest or some kind of allopathic or homeopathic or Ayurvedic kind of treatment. So this is required because we are in a young age. We know spinal cord is very risky job. So better you have to advise us on that. but Mr. Muthu was denied their request.
So you're saying that it was a mess up at many stages. It was the diagnosis was of a spinal trouble, but you were asked to go for surgery, and then they botched up the anesthesia. It's been 3 years. The hospital has first shifted Shailaja to a different hospital, and then they forcibly discharged her. What are your demands at this point? Is what I'm asking you. What do you want the government to do? Do you want them to punish the doctors involved? Do you want to take? Do you want them to take responsibility for her treatment from here on?
Yes, ma'am, definitely. See, Shailaja was under taking care of her husband, so past 14 months, without bringing notice of her husband or relatives of Shailaja, hospital has done plot of kidnapping the patient. I am not telling this forcible shift, kidnapping the patient and shifted to MS Ramaya hospital. About that, we have lodged a complaint at Aigroam police station, but there was no such action against doctors and hospital. Definitely here the machinery completely failed on our case. We have knocked the door up. Then Chief Minister Mr. B.S. Yediyurappa and Health Minister, and even we have bring this notice to Honorable Police Commissioner of Bangalore repeatedly. But we have not seen such action against hospital and doctors. Definitely we want justice in this matter, madam, and we want this government has to take them under scrutiny of law, please.
Right. Now that your brother-in-law has turned citizen journalist, we'd just like to know the status of the cases that you filed against these doctors. One, which are the police stations that you filed, and what are the cases that you filed against these doctors, and what is the status of these cases?
Sir, we were kept quite fast from 30th November 2009 to 12th November 2010 because doctors was managed and maintained as because of this problem. They know they have done a very big mistake about this surgery, and they have managed the time. And after they came to know this is not curable, so then they have done the throwing out of the patient from hospital and other things.
When you went to the police station, when you went to the Chief Minister's doorstep, when you went to the Health Minister, what was their response?
Madam, see, on 12th November 2010, there was a plot of hospital authority. They have taken out the unconscious stated patient to other block, and one nurse has bring one kind of prescription. Your patient has got discharged, please you have to take to your home. My brother was become shocked. So you were told us to, she is taking for higher physiotherapy, and you were saying discharge. Who done discharge without online? Management has done, and doctor has given this direction. They omitted. Then afterwards we have just Aigroam police station just close up a distance to the Mallige Medical Center, and we have lodged the complaint, and police came over there. By that time they have locked the room.
Okay, but did the Mallige hospital ever give you in writing that the hospital was going to take care of her for the rest of her life, one, or till she gets all right? Did they give you an assurance in writing?
Sir, see, actually the hospital authority is not even minute concern and courtesy to speak about us. We have tried to meet this promoter of Mallige Medical Center about this incident, and what is your further step about our patient, and whether you will be in position to take care of with higher rehabilitation and neuro activities. And in fact, we have contacted Mr. Dr. Ramana, Venkata Ramana in BJS Hospital to get it into the stem cells. But hospital authorities refused. Even they have not spoken to us, and they have pulled out their nursing care, they have pulled out physiotherapy from the room, and they have allowed us to stay back alone, and they make us kind of mentally strain to us. So it's another type of harassment who is attending the patient.
But the hospital gave no assurance at all that they're going to look after her in written.
Right, sir. No. Because no. Our repeated request, letter correspondence is gone away and that.
So right now your case is basically being heard by the Karnataka Medical Council, whose status itself is under a cloud. Are you hopeful that justice will be done, considering the case has moved at such a slow pace and the police have not taken any action?
Yeah, definitely, madam. We believe you believe in KMC because we have lodged a complaint on 26 November 2011. 26 November 2011, and KMC actually there is a proceeding code also. It's like a code, and one case they are supposed to be completed within a 6 months duration. Due to uncircumstantial issues, so it's prolonged and it's already entered into second year. Definitely, Dr. Muthu cross-examination over, and now anesthesia Dr. Mahesh Kukraj is under cross-examination with our advocates, and I think they have violated ethics of medical conduct and this what is called so doctor is like God. They have done all unethical and illegal trickery activities about our patient, and they have not shown even so very small concern about our patient and take care of this unconscious stated patient at all. So definitely we will believe KMC. Definitely they will punish the doctor. They may withdraw their license. They may bar their service to the society. So kind of expectations definitely we are expecting from the KMC.
Right, all this happened at a medical center, the Mallige Medical Center, which calls itself one of the top premier health organizations in Bangalore. At least that's what it says on its website. So what you're telling me is that one, after this botch-up, the medical botch-up that you claim, they've given you no assurance, and two, you were also pointing out the way they removed her from the hospital without telling her husband, without informing anyone. They just removed her, took her out of the hospital. After that, you are saying you did, of course, lodge a police complaint. What happened to that?
Yes, sir. On 5th February 2011, so second time they have attempted to kidnap the patient after tied up my brother inside the room. And my brother elder daughter was there. They thrown out of her. The child was crying outside. See, my brother is repeatedly requesting, please give me 1 day time, so I will make some arrangement to ship my wife. But they have not listened that one. So by 15 to 20 members, even including nurses, ward boys, and medical superintendent, even doctors, they tied my brother and they pull out the patient like an animal. And they are not informed and they are not told about this matter where they are going to be shipped. This has happened after taking the full police protection, sir. So I have went there. I have seen strange matter, two kidnapping of unconscious and all the time support is needing patient. So police protection, there was a 2 bus of police, maybe 10 to 15 sub-inspectors and 2 circle guarding the hospital to take care of this kidnapping. So this is a very inhuman activity. Really, it's
absolutely inhuman and criminal, to say the least. You said you approached the government, you approached the chief minister, the health minister. What did they tell you when you went to them with this case?
Yes, madam. See, I have to thank to then Chief Minister Mr. B.S. Yediyurappa. We have sent a representative letter to Chief Minister of Karnataka. I think next 3 to 4 days there is a letter circulated from Chief Minister Secretariat to Police Commissioner about this incident, about this kidnap incident. You have to be submit the report, what action you are going to take on. Okay, and we have represented a letter to Health Minister, then Sri Ramulu. So Health Minister has sent a letter to their department to conduct a panel inquiry. Yeah. So that much of support and relief you have got from their secretariat side, madam.
Right, and of course, you know, when your brother-in-law filed that citizen journalist report and when you tried to reach out to the doctor concerned, what happened? Because we have some visuals of the doctor running away. You tried to question him, you tried to ask him a few questions. What happened when you tried to reach out to this doctor?
Sir, first of all, this operated doctor is not willing to speak to us, and see, after kidnapping patient from Mallige Medical Center to MS Ramaya, So the doctor never visited once out of 8 months to MS Ramaya Hospital. So they have circulated one letter before shifting a patient, okay, between administrator to administrator. So we will be undertaking the expenses and taking care of this patient. Please allow this patient to stay over there.
What are the kind
So
of
they're
expenses?
not.
What are the kind of expenses that your family has to bear as you take care of her? The hospital not even footing the bill now. They forcibly discharged her from hospital, as you said.
Madam, see, we have run out of all sources. So we are working class people. So we believe work is worship like. And my brother wife also is a young and energetic woman then. So now see, she is lying on the bed past 3.5 years. So we have spent more than 20 lakhs rupees, madam, about this matter. And some more, so we are managing the this one, treatment or the nursing care. We will be feeding or we will be taking care of up to their minute life.
And how are the children taking all of this? Do they understand what happened to their mother?
Ma'am, my brother had 2 cases. One is elder one, and one is small one. Small one physically handicapped means she does not have strength to stand alone. She is weak in standing position. So every day, my brother and my brother wife was taken into Nimans, and there is a Parisma physio activities. So that is also one expensive part is there. My brother totally become mentally stressed and strained. So God is great. So God is given enough strength to look after this all to my brother. So this is very painful tragedy in my family, madam.
Certainly very, very painful. If you are to now, put in another request to the authorities, to the government of Karnataka, to the government of India, really, what would that appeal be?
Sir, we eagerly looking for our this one, rehabilitation. So we want to be see her in original position. At least she can open her mouth and speak about. This is my husband. This is my children. So where I am, at least kind of rehabilitation and curing up the illness support we need, sir, definitely.
Are experts saying that given the right medical treatment and the right kind of help, she may be able to recover and do that?
Yeah, madam, definitely we are looking for that because.
Is that what doctors are telling you?
Expert. Ma'am, see, we are interacting with very good doctors. So then after shifting patient from hospital to house, so see, under taking care of my brother.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. I'm sorry to interrupt you. The Chief Minister of Karnataka is joining us on the phone line. So thank you for speaking with us. We're looking at a terrible story coming out of Bangalore. A woman living in a vegetative state for nearly 3 years, and authorities have failed to help her. This is because of medical negligence. Your first reaction and what you're going to do in this case? Mr. Shettar, can you hear my voice, sir? Right, the Chief Minister of Karnataka, we thought was on the phone line. Mr. Jagdish Shettar, can you hear my voice? Mr. Shettar, I want to check again. Can you hear my voice, sir? Right, we seem to have some problems with that audio link, but we will, I can assure you, Mr. Ramachandran, get reactions from the government and try to push your case forward as you hope for a recovery for your sister-in-law. You said doctors are telling you that she may be able to make a partial recovery at least.
Yeah. So we are very grateful to you and overall extended their support to this living kind of patient. So not in sensation mode. So definitely medication and medical support we are eagerly looking for to make it a wake up, madam.
Certainly so. And have you reached out, has any of the other, I mean, you spoke of NIMHANS, it is one of the premier government institutes as far as Bangalore is concerned. Have you reached out to doctors from there? Have they offered some help to you and your family?
Sir, see, as a good courtesy and good support, whenever we call about this matter, because see, she is already bedridden patient, she may need that stomach peg replacement treating, and there is a trichostomy to recreation purpose. So whenever we requested, so same capacity as surgeons about this help, definitely doctors is responding and supporting us. So we are very happy. So due to that, so still the patient we can see on the bed, and she is like a okay.
Right, certainly. So we are bringing you the story of Shailaja. As you can see from the visual, she is there supported by her husband, who has turned citizen journalist, and her brother staying on by her bed. Now she's turned vegetative. 2009 was the time when Shailaja complained of severe backache. After that, she underwent surgery on the advice of doctors at the Mallige Medical Center. Now that is where the family is alleging medical negligence, because as far as the doctors at that hospital are concerned, they said that Shailaja developed severe rapid heartbeat and hypertension in the recovery phase of anesthesia and was bedridden. After that, she went into this vegetative state that you're seeing in right now. She was treated at that hospital for over 15 months. After that, the hospital gave up. She was forcibly shifted out to MS Ramaiah Hospital. Now, Shailaja's brother, who is with us live from Bangalore, as you can see from these visuals, telling us that she was forcibly removed. At a certain time, her husband, who was there at that time, was also forcibly detained. So the questions, in fact, we are asking of the Karnataka government and the hospitals, whether they'll reply or not, we don't know at this stage, because we tried to reach out as part of our Citizen Journalist show. We tried to reach out to the doctors, but the doctors simply ran away. We've tried to contact the Chief Minister of Karnataka. Of course, we could not get through to him on this show. We certainly hope he comes back and gives us some assurance. And we certainly wish the family all the best.
Mr. Ramchandra, thanks very much for joining us.
Yes,
And
madam.
yes, he is wishing you all the very best, you and Shailaja as well. That is the Citizen Journalist story that we are bringing you this evening. We will keep following that up for you.